Mhm. Hey everybody, it's Dr. Gold with Dr. Gold's Optimal Living Institute. We are going to be starting with inspired stretch today, but we're going to have a little doctor moment. So I just wanted to share a little quick story and also have a little treat for you today too. So my chiropractor, Suzanne Demers at Seagate Chiropractic, mentioned to me about how she got into being a chiropractor. When she was younger, in her 20s, she suffered from a lot of GI upset. She had bloatedness, just indigestion, just not fun things. And she thought she was healthy. She was a competitive swimmer. She came from a medical background and, ate healthy. She went to her doctors, traditional Western medicine physicians, said, all the symptoms she's having. They gave her a pill and basically, it helped some, but she just wasn't getting better long term and she didn't want to live on medications. Well, they actually diagnosed her with Crohn's disease and they said this is a lifetime or a long-term illness. It's not going to get, maybe somewhat better with the medications, but there's no cure for this and you'll be on medications the rest of your life. So one of her friends said, why don't you try chiropractic care? She didn't even know what that was. And she's like, what? Chiropractic care? I thought that's bones, musculoskeletal. Well, she went to a meeting and then she actually found out. And you can see this little model of the spine. This is the skull. This is the sacral area. So bottom of the skull, right back of the head. And then our sacrum is kind of in the low back area. And as you can see, this is the vertebrae. So if you feel the back, you'll see these little pointy things or hard things. That's your bones. That's back here. And this is the front of the spine. And off to the side are nerves that run out. So these nerves come and innervate all different parts of our bodies, including the digestive system. So if some area is pinched, you can imagine that digestion may not be working as well. It can be pinched to the heart, can be pinched to the lung. We know some people get high blood pressure. Doesn't mean this is the only end all be all, but it can be affecting that or contributing, and obviously pain in those specific areas. 10% of the fibers are pain fibers where you actually feel the pain. 90% you don't feel it. So oftentimes when we have an illness, we may not feel it until it's way down where it's pretty severe, and that's not a good sign. So because she was feeling those symptoms, we knew, something had to be done. She knew that. And when she saw her doctors and they weren't really able to help her with a long-term fix, she didn't want to just be on medications. When she went to the chiropractor, she actually found that she was getting better and getting off her medications because they did provide, they had side effects too, and she wasn't doing well with that. So long story short, she actually got off her prescription medicines. Now she treats her Crohn's. She has actually no symptoms with Crohn's right now, but it's treated with supplements, mental well-being. So she's definitely upbeat, positive, lots of energy. She's amazing. And then good diet. And then she's also doing chiropractic care. So yay. So just mentioning this because if you haven't had your spine checked out, it's a good idea just to make sure it is aligned. If you notice from the side view, they do have natural curves in the spine. You just don't want to be hunched over or rounded. That's why yoga or this inspired stretch will help you. So doctor, hat off. We're going to put on our yoga hat on now. And that was actually from Suzanne, Dr. Demers. She let me borrow it. So thank you, Suzanne. I appreciate that. And I do appreciate Seagate Chiropractic. That's where I go to get my chiropractic care. Also been to West Chase. They're all part of Maximize Living. Dr. Sosa is amazing from West Chase Chiropractor. And he's a great chiropractor. We actually have a lot of good chiropractors around. So it's nice to see that. All right. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in. Good. Exhale out. Good. Inhale, big smile here. Gaze up. Good. And we're going to just reach all the way up and over. Reach, reach, reach. Feel a nice stretch on both sides of the rib cage. Feel a stretch between the ribs. Deep breath in, inhale, and then exhale over to the other side. Good. Gently back. Good. Switch sides. Reach over. Back. Oh, deep breath in and up and over. Good. And we're going to circle the body. Good. And the other way. Good. And we're just going to open up that heart. Open up that heart. Gently turning your head side to side. Reach up and over. And up and over. Good. So nice to see you all. I just want to say thank you for joining in. It means a lot to me that you're here. And just each moment that you get up and get moving. So if you're just sitting down, please stand up, join us. But every time you participate, that body, that spine, as we showed in my little model here of the spine, it can get stronger, get longer, and it can release. I want to bring in some gratitude today for my eyes that can see beauty. And remember, if you are ever feeling down, look up and look at the beautiful sky. It's been miraculous lately. Just beautiful clouds, watching the sunset or sunrise, depending on your time of day. Just look up, look at the clouds, look at the beauty of the sky, even in the rain. I love the rain. The sprinkling of that rain, it just showers the earth and it's cleansing as well. Back to the hands together. I want to thank my lips for speaking these words that I'm imparting on you today, and hopefully they're uplifting and helping you to feel better. Big smile that allows me to be contagious and spread cheer. I think, with everything going on, we need to spread more cheer, spread love. And I get it. If you're feeling stressed, I definitely have been feeling that before, but I just realized I don't have to live there. If I'm feeling stressed out, worried, I can change my mindset at any moment. Using my breath, smiling, laughing, journaling if you need to do that. Writing things out, I find that very helpful to just notice what you're feeling. So if you are actually feeling scared or fearful, just put that down. And then put down why. Is it because of COVID? Are you afraid of dying from it? Or are you just afraid of catching it or giving it to somebody else? Or are you just worried about the elections, the politics, or whatever it is? Sometimes when you make it more tangible, it's something objective. What can you do about it? Because sometimes there are things we can't control, who gets sick, who doesn't. We can't control whether we get sick or not 100%. However, we can influence it. So let's switch arms, put the other arm over and just rotate. And that said, we can build up our immune system. We can get stronger and healthier, feeling more vibrant, good energy. Feel a nice stretch between the shoulders. Circle around, good. Open up. So I want you to just lift. Notice my shoulder blades reaching towards one another and just reach up and over one side. Good, let's do that again. Good. Oh, and we're just gonna circle around. Oh, that should feel really nice. And the other way. So I am also gonna be grateful for my fingers. Allows me to text or type, allows me to clean or cook, prepare healthy meals, give somebody a nice big hug or massage. Thankful for my fingers to allow me to do things. Open a jar, drink something, shake, shake, shake. And then rotate again. Let's give our hand a nice massage. So massage right in that thenar eminence, which is kind of near the thumb, the base of the thumb, as well as the top of the hand. There's a little V that is created between the thumb and index fingers. Just massage in there. Oh, feels so good. It's my trigger point. It helps with headaches. Good. Release. There's also pressure points. If you're ever nauseous, they also have bands that press on these points as well. Oh, feels good. My sister got this when she was pregnant and she was having some nausea. Just wore the exercise bands on the wrist. Massage right here. Oh, feels good. Shake, shake, shake those hands. Shake the body. Shake your body. Twist, twist, twist. We're going to do the twist. Good. Shake those hips. Good. Rock it out just a little bit. It's good to have fun. Be playful. Good. I'm going to thank my ears. Let's massage those ears for allowing me to hear beautiful music, to hear the voices of my loved ones, to be able to comprehend and listen to folks. Remember, we have 2 ears, 1 mouth. Oh, it feels so good. And they say this is the homunculus, or all parts of that body are in each part of that ear. So when we massage it, this is part of Chinese medicine, we're massaging literally all different parts. That's where acupuncture, if you've seen these little dots that they place on the ears, depending if you're having certain areas or pain or addictions, sometimes this can actually help with you feeling better overall. Same with your feet. When you massage your feet, there's certain parts. I know when kind of the ball of my foot, it's related to different organs. So the digestive tract, and it feels so good. Just massage it. So I'm going to massage my feet. I know you can't see that for a moment, but I'm going to lift up my foot. Get a little massage right here. Now, if you can't touch your foot, you're like, what are you doing? You can sit in a chair and just massage that out. I didn't bring a chair this time, so that's okay. But you can do it on the other side. And if you can't reach your foot, that's okay. Massage your hands. And I'm just massaging the ball of the foot. Oh, feels good. And just notice different areas of your feet if they're really sore. Sometimes that could be related to different parts of your body. And so if you get a reflexology chart, you can search for that online and you can see, God forbid, if there's something serious happening before it happens. Remember, we said the pain receptors, 10% of our nerves will actually feel pain, 90% we won't. It's only until it gets pretty severe then we may feel that discomfort or pain. Same with your back in certain areas. So, you know, maybe you feel it discomfort, but something early on, just like a tendonitis or achiness, maybe you'll feel it, but not real pain. It could be starting that ball rolling of something pulling or tugging. You don't want to wait till it develops into something serious. So identifying, preventing, that's why I love Chinese medicine, because it can actually, the doctor tells you what's going on. And I was like, yay. Instead of you always having to let the doctor know what's the problem, they can actually test and work to identify things early before they become serious. And when I heard from one of my chiropractic friends, he said way back when on certain Chinese doctors that you saw, you didn't actually get, the patients didn't have to pay until they were well. They paid when they got wellness, when they were healed and feeling better. So I thought, what an interesting concept. Imagine we adopted that to Western medicine. We didn't pay our physicians until we were well, until they helped us, not just fixed us that we didn't have symptoms, but we were actually whole and healed and productive. We're having energy. Another question I want to pose to shake out those hands. Is it important just to feel good, or is it important that the body functions maximally or optimally? What's more important, how the body functions or how you feel? What do you think? What's optimal for your good health? Yeah, it's not just how you feel. You may feel great. As a kid, we feel awesome. We're, you know, tons of energy. We have lots of reserve, but our bodies may not be functioning well if we're living on sugar or lots of candy. I know Halloween's coming up. So some options I was mentioning to my patients and some of the powerlifters is that you can use for the kids, instead of giving them, because she was going to, one of the ladies told me she's going to give them sugar apples or the caramel apples and candy. Why not toys? They'll still love toys. Money works, stickers, or even water. Because if you are eating a lot of candy, water is a nice little break from all that. Great for the teeth instead of all that sugar. So water is good, toys. And again, it's not about being popular. The goal is to make our community healthy. And remember, health is wealth. This thought, you know, especially with the pandemic and people, you know, getting sick or potentially getting COVID, we don't want to drop their immune system. So with the holidays around the corner, really important to just think about what we're doing and the effects, because remember, we say, oh, I'm not going to give a lot of sugar just once in a while, but it starts that frenzy. And remember, one thing can lead to the other. And once I taste sugar, it's like, I want more, especially processed sugar. It sends a signal to that brain. It's very, very addictive. They've studied this in rats, and Rats actually chose sugar over cocaine because it was that addictive. So again, it is a drug. That's why so many people love it and eat it on a regular basis. And it's amazing the pounds of sugar that we consume now compared to the 1950s. It's incredible. Many pounds. And the weight, if we look at an average person today versus an average person from the 1950s or 1900s. Incredible. I know, I'm going to date myself. I used to watch a show called Happy Days, which they had a character called the Fonz. Hey. And it was just about happy America, if you will, in the 1950s, living life and high school kids and with their parents eating together and just hanging out. And the Fonz was this cool dude that lived upstairs from them, from this wholesome family. If you looked at everybody in the family, they were pretty trim. The dad was considered obese or heavy, but for today's standards, I would think he would be considered normal. Is Tom Bosley, he literally maybe was, I'm guessing, maybe 150, 175, I don't know exactly. But his weight, he just looked chubby for today's standards. I think we would actually consider him normal. And it just blew my mind because when we see people literally 300, 400, some words upward of 500 pounds. I've had some patients we had to, I hate saying it, but it was true. We had to have them go to the zoo. We didn't have machines that could weigh them because their weight was so high and some people couldn't get out of bed. So literally the scales, we either couldn't weigh them. We just had to guesstimate or, treating them was, they had to get home care. But it was pretty, saddening to see some of these things. But just know that people can improve, your body can heal. So if you're actually getting sick or feeling bad, you're not fully sick yet, you just feel tired or just not sleeping or stressed, this is that time to check in, figure out what the heck is going on and how to reframe. If it's a lot of up here where our mind is just focused on the elections or the news, turning some stuff off, taking a break. It's okay to read the speeches and learn what's going on more from a non or impartial sources. I know that's hard nowadays, but doing your best, but taking breaks helps because I know if I turn on the news every day, it just brings me down or listen to all the commentaries all day long. I just want to know the facts and learn the information and then make a choice, an independent decision based on the data. Okay, shake, shake, shake. Okay, we're gonna open up those arms now. Gently turn the chin all the way over to one side and then the other. Then I'm gonna work to release. I wanna pick up the pace just a little bit, get your heart rate up. It's great if you're had one of those days where you were sedentary, sitting all day, or if you're just waking up from sleeping several hours in bed, it's good to move that body. So I'm just kind of shifting the hips side to side. It's almost like a little skier, side to side. And then what we're gonna do is lift one leg up and then the other. Lift one leg up and then the other. Good. Let's go side to side here. Yay! And then see if you can reach the arm in front. Reach the arm in front. You could do it. Do something. If this is too much to jump, you just bounce. Remember, this will boost the immune system because you're moving lymph. Lymphatic is a fluid that moves throughout our bodies. It carries antibodies, which are basically the soldiers of our body, soldiers of our immune system. It's our defense. It helps us keep us well, keeps us strong, vibrant. So when we think about people getting sick, we know not everybody's going to get sick from COVID. Not everybody, in fact, most people will, if they get COVID, will have no symptoms and most people will live. Yay. And I asked my sister, who is an ear doctor in Maryland, how many healthy seniors did she see die of COVID? And she's seen thousands of patients. She said 0 in her experience. I was like, yay. And I've been trying to look up those statistics. I couldn't find it, but healthy seniors that died, not getting, we know people can get COVID because it can be contagious, but how many of them have died? So main thing is we still are learning things. Obviously there's new information coming out, but we want to keep ourselves aware, but not petrified or fearful, because we know that can depress the immune system. We want to keep our bodies uplifting and strong and healthy. And it's good if you think of a spectrum of health and illness. Which direction are you heading right now? Remember, every decision you make or don't make can lead you in one direction. So every time you choose not to move, where are you heading? Every time you just decide to eat candy or junk food or something that's not healthy for your body, or not drink enough water. So paying attention to those things. Caffeine does matter, especially amounts. And we know the same with alcohol. If you're doing abundant amounts of those things, it can be detrimental to your stomach, to sleep. It can just affect you and just feel lethargic, just tired. So again, if you need help, it takes a strong person to get help. I'm available. There's many wonderful physicians, nurse practitioners, integrative doctors, chiropractors, acupuncturists, the list goes on, therapists out there to help you, guide you. So make sure you meet somebody who works with you, listens to you, and helps. I was talking to a good friend, and she actually told me she was outgrowing her doctor because she was ready to get off her medicines, eat healthy, exercise. And the doctor said, I'm sorry, you'll never get off your blood pressure medicines. You'll never get off your diabetic medications. We don't know. Most people do stay on these long-term. I definitely agree, but I've had a lot of success with getting patients off medications or reducing them. And the reason is because we start changing mindset and their health. They're actually eating healthier and exercising. And I don't know one doctor who would tell you, all right, Mary, your blood pressure is so low, but we still have to keep you on your blood pressure medicine. You're 90/60 because you're eating healthy, exercising, and it used to be 150/100. It's now low and you're still on your blood pressure medicine. You got to get off. And I actually had a patient, when I say Mary, I changed her name, but she came to see me and she told me her doctor told her, you'll never get off your blood pressure medicine. Well, we did yoga, got her into exercising, eating healthy, and she really was determined. And her blood pressure just kept dropping. And she was actually to the point she almost passed out. And I said, Mary, your blood pressure is actually normalizing. It's getting low because you're still on your blood pressure medicines. So once she got off, she felt fantastic, and she's been off her blood pressure medicines. So proud of her. Okay, so let's actually release now. We're gonna stretch out some hamstrings. So what I want you to do is just lengthen the leg out. My toes are pointing up, and I'm reaching my belly forward without rounding. So shoulder blades back, reach the shoulder blades towards one another. So if there's a little penny, squeeze that penny between the shoulder blades, lift and bend at the hips, not the shoulders. So reach forward, rotate that ankle the other way, big smile again. Get in the other leg. Good. And release. Oh, so my hip has been a little cranky today. I don't know if you have certain areas of your body that is like, or if you just feel stiff when you wake up. So really, really important when we stretch, move in the way that works for your body. Don't ever force it. I call it intuitive stretching. This is, now we're gonna do the wave. Big smile as you reach one arm up and then the other. I want you to look at my legs as I do this. So I'm gonna widen my legs, bend at the knees, weight is in my heels, toes are lifted. And I just follow one hand and then the other. So shift the arm, really stretch, not just from the arm, stretch from the back. So when I'm moving, I'm really reaching. I don't know if you can see my back here, but I'm stretching these muscles here. So feel them engage. If you're not sure, place your hand as you move, but feel the back moving and stretching out. Good. I don't know if you could see my back muscles. I'll lift them up a little bit. So you should engage those back muscles. Okay. And then when you're moving the front, same thing. You want to engage the belly. So it's not just circling the arms. You actually want to reach all the way up that spine that we were showing, all the way from the hips. So feel it literally from the foot, all the way up the leg, the hips, all the way up the shoulder, and then the arm. Reaching out and then out the other way. Okay, there we go. Both arms now. Both arms. Good, and then release. And then we're gonna circle those hips. No bad days when we're circling our hips. Yay! Think of salsa dancers, Zumba teachers. They just have so much fun out there. They go, la, 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 la. Let's do a little facial yoga and then we'll wind down. So, roll that tongue. We're gonna motorboat the mouth now. These are great exercises I learned in speech therapy when I was getting a lot of problems with my vocal cords, just because I was using my voice and I was speaking mainly from up here. When we speak, we really want to use our diaphragm, use our breath, deep breathing. People who sing, who do martial arts, they know that proper belly breath. Yoga teaches as well. Really important to breathe from that belly. You get more air, more oxygen to the brain, so we feel better. We're actually able to release that carbon dioxide, get rid of it. So waste. And I'm reading a book on breathing. Breathe. It's a great book. But the idea too is we know most of the atmosphere is made of nitrogen. That's just an inert gas. It really doesn't do a whole lot. We breathe it in and breathe it out. But what is important is the oxygen, which is about 21% of the atmosphere. And we get that into our bodies. And again, when you're breathing in a shallow manner, that's from the shoulders, you only get a small amount. But when you actually move, deep breath in, the belly expands. And then exhale, it contracts. But you'll get a lot more air because that diaphragm moves down. Remember, the diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle. It sits right underneath the lungs, right above the intestines. So think of it as a drape, and it's kind of concave. Think of an umbrella. When you're exhaling, it's the umbrella. Think of an umbrella flipped as you inhale. So it pushes down, allows that belly to come out. And those lungs are like sponges. They are actually spongy if you don't smoke or have problems with your lungs. And they soak in that air, expand, and push down that belly when you're breathing efficiently. So if you ever see your shoulders moving as you're breathing, try to relax them down and try to mainly move that belly. More air, better feeling, releasing endorphins. Yay! Okay, let's roll that tongue again. And blow, motor about the mouth. Get a nice massage here. Oh, massage. Oh, the face. Just do what feels good right now. Massage the scalp, the neck. Oh, gently move the head side to side. You can do it. And I am very sensitive right here beneath my earlobe. They're just pressure points. I think I have TMJ. I'm not going to own the condition. The condition known as the TMJ has been identified. Some people said that my jaw clicks. It's not doing it as much since I've been seeing the chiropractor. And I do my exercises, just opening, closing the mouth, and then massaging the side of the jaw. Feels so good. I used to take NSAIDs, ibuprofen, Motrin, but remember, those just mask symptoms. They don't treat the root cause. And sometimes they can impede the healing process. With ibuprofen in particular, it does have or impede prostaglandins, which actually are beneficial for the stomach, where it actually protects the stomach lining. So when you're not when those prostaglandins are actually impeded or not allowed to be used as well, because ibuprofen blocks that, you can increase your risk for ulcers. And that's why we know ibuprofen, one of their side effects is that ulcers. Prostaglandins can lead to discomfort or pain. That's why ibuprofen works that manner. But remember, prostaglandin is there for a reason. It's there to tell you something is wrong. So when we block those sensations, we may block our body's ability to heal it, or we may overdo. So if you're not feeling the pain or discomfort, you may do whatever that effort. Like if it's a sprained ankle, you may run on that ankle or walk on it more. If it's a little achy wrist, you may use that wrist more when it's supposed to be resting, or not get it evaluated, just live on pills, which don't do that. We want to identify. If you have pain, it is your body's message to you to get it evaluated, check it out. And the sooner the better. Better not to miss something. And if you're not sure, you just don't want another pill, it's okay to see a holistic or integrative physician, somebody who will look at the big picture. And remember, the doctor you go see, that they're going to do what they know. And some people are surprised to hear this, but when I was in medical school at UNC Chapel Hill, I did not have any healthy nutrition classes. And I know in most medical schools, you don't get that. They're starting to change things, but this is over 20 years ago, and no healthy nutrition. We never studied one healthy patient. I learned a great deal on illness, which is great, a wealth of knowledge on pathology, anatomy. So we definitely got a wonderful or stellar education. It just wasn't in the wellness arena. So thankfully, I did my board certification in holistic medicine, studied that, and I get to study healthy patients now and work with them. So, and I love my record of getting patients. Most patients of mine get well. They work to get off medications and feel vibrant. I'm ecstatic with that. That's why I call it Dr. Gold's Optimal Living Institute. I'm board certified in family medicine and holistic medicine. Okay, shake, shake, shake. All right, we're gonna kind of come down to the floor. You come to your squat. As I lower down, lower down, lower down. Good. And just find your balance. So we're gonna squat, 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 squat. If you don't squat, you come to a chair. You can come down in a manner that feels comfortable for you. Breathe here. Good. Remember, this class is for you. I'd love for you to share it with other people. Anybody who's feeling stressed, worried, this is that time to give yourself permission to relax, release. And if it's, you're awesome, you're feeling great, good. Let's just add to that. Remember, you can always get happier or have more energy, and there's no end point to how healthy you can become. So if you're nice and relaxed, let's just continue to add to that. If not, know that your body can reduce or release stress. So let's just massage that neck. If you're ready for Savasana, that's final relaxation, go ahead and lie down right now. Just come to a comfortable position for you, taking a nice deep breath in and a nice long exhaling out. Soften your eyes, relax your jaw, close your eyes if you like. Deep breath in again. Allow that belly to expand on the inhale. Exhale, empty. Good. And remember, if your belly is not moving, you're having trouble getting it to go in and out, just laugh. So as we laugh, that's the exhale. Belly button reaches towards the spine. And then inhale, expand. Oh, we have a little kitty in here today. Hey, Princey. I know you. I love you. Okay, take another nice deep breath in. Ole, he wants some attention. Ole, my booby. I love you too. Take a nice deep breath in and a nice long exhale out. Good. Let's do that one more time. Deep breath. Bring your bottom lip over your top lip. Gently move the chin side to side. This is youthful chin pose, youthful neck pose. It engages the muscles underneath the neck. It tones them, helps you look younger. That's always nice. But also helps counter headaches, neck strain, because remember, when the muscle is soft, it's not working for you. So soft muscles can also lead you to hunched area. The more you can strengthen the back, it strengthens your core muscles. It keeps you upright, keeps you tall, keeps you feeling confident and healthy and strong. It also helps with the immune system. So we know if our body is concave, those lungs are not able to expand as well. So lift, lift, lift. Feel that belly button reaching up. Good. Off the belly. So again, if you do have kind of a little, one of my patients calls it fluffy. If you're fluffy right in the belly, or you have a good sized belly, know that it can tone. Laughter is actually the best ab workout I know of, and it's fun. It engages those deep abdominal muscles. It was studied, a German study. The researchers there found that even compared to crunches, you can get a lot of engagement and strength building with the laughter. So I'm in. I actually don't do many crunches. I laugh more, and I think I'm better for that too. It's actually a nice release of endorphins. Let's take another nice deep breath in. So remember, investing in your body. You invest now or pay later. The more you can put into your health, and with the holidays too, just thinking of one thing that you can start doing that will really kind of propel your health. Remember that butterfly effect. Sometimes it's something really small. There's a gentleman that is in our Tampa area on Bayshore. He just started walking. He said, I'm going to just start walking 20 minutes every single day. He's up to like an hour now, but just 20 minutes every day. And it's amazing how much weight he's lost. That's time he's not eating That's time he's out getting vitamin D, some good sunlight, or just out in the open getting good fresh air. That's important. And he feels better. He said his energy's up, he's moving, grooving, and he lost over 100 pounds. Yeah, he's been doing it now for several years, and just he loves his walk. It's a great mental break for him, a great way to just kind of separate, especially if you've been getting cabin fever. And it has been, I know, with the pandemic isolation, it's not good for the body. It's good to socialize. And, you can keep your distance, but it's important to interact. We are human beings. We need to speak to one another and to love each other. So I'm going to put some gratitude from my heart that is still beating, yay, and my lungs that are still breathing, and just my whole body that allows me to be upright and to move and to get to places. So my feet, thank you, mwah, mwah. My legs allow me to get moving and grooving, and just to share this class with you. It's a privilege, it's an honor. And know that you are golden. You are an amazing person. You're a miracle from your creator. You think of all the millions of sperm that traveled to just meet that one egg, and they united and created you. It is truly a miracle of our existence. And you are an amazing entity. So give yourself the love that you need today. Know that you are a beautiful person, and just emanate a smile. Share that with somebody you love. And this is Dr. Gold with Dr. Gold's Optimal Living Institute. Live optimally. Mwah. Toodles.